Okay.
Yeah, I'm sorry that I'm so tired right now and I can't fool around and joke around right now, but I just got off stage. I was on an hour and 45 minutes and they had asked me to do a 1-hour show, you know. And I went up there and I'll tell you, I mean, I've been doing colleges mostly and concert halls and nightclubs all over the country. And I have myself a time, you know, and I wrestle and I have a great time and it's wonderful and the whole crowd loves it. But tonight, everyone was going, boo, you know, it's the first time that's happened to me in years. And I think that's just downright rude. Those people were so rude out there. And so anyway, I went on and I did what I was going to do anyway. And I went on with the show and I did it for them and I was professional about it. But gosh, I felt like telling them they were rude. They were just so rude. You see, when I do a show, I like people to feel as though they're in my house, in my room, and they're my guests, and I'm doing the show for them. And I'm entertaining them as though they were in my house. And they will accept that premise, and they will act accordingly. These people, they acted so rude, and they were going, boo. Now, if that was my house, I would have walked right off. I would have said, look, people, please leave my house, please. I don't want you here. But I decided, well, I'll be professional, and I'll go on with the show, and I really did not like those people. And at the end, when I said, ladies and gentlemen, you've been a wonderful audience, they were not such a wonderful audience. I said that just to be polite so that they would think I thought they were wonderful. And maybe they really thought they were. I don't know, maybe they thought I wanted them to boo and hiss me, but gosh, they were so rude. Anyway, so that's why I look tired and I'm not in any mood to fool around.
When do you want me to do? When do you want me to what to do? You want me to talk? I don't know what to do. Okay. Now what? What do you want? You want to ask me questions? Okay. Ask me questions.
Have you been on the Ed Sullivan Show?
No. No. No, I have not been on the Ed Sullivan Show. The Ed Sullivan Show was off the air by the time I finished college.
Okay, Andy, let's go right into the Pips thing, okay?
Okay.
Okay, well, what's it like working in small places like Improv for no money or Pips for very little pay?
Oh, it was a lot of fun. Used to have a lot of freedom to do whatever you wanted to do. There were nights when I would come in there and just come in there and fool around, do whatever I wanted to do. And there were nights that I would work a regular job and I couldn't wait to get back to the regular, you know, the clubs I was used to being in, so I could fool around and have fun on stage.
What do you remember about Pips?
Pips was great. Pips was a wonderful place. You know, in New York City, the Improv and Catch Rising Star were wonderful also, but you'd get more of a, oh, I don't know, singles and couples and, you know, jet setters and hip people, what they call hip, you know, quotation mark, hip people. But in Pips, it was more of a cross-section of everybody. It was like families and just, you know, a lot of young people on dates and a lot of very, very nice people. And my friend Seth used to be there, and he used to always make me ice cream, hot fudge sundaes and banana splits and hot chocolate from the machine. And boy, I'll tell you, it was great. I used to just go to Pips just so I could have, I'd work, you know, I had no money in those days and I wasn't getting paid from anything, but in Pips, I'd go there just so I could have one of those hot fudge sundaes.
But Pips had an ice cream counter. We served espresso in those days, and we had a hot fudge sundae machine. And Andy, like a little kid, would scoff 2 hot fudge sundaes and like a little child, Seth, before the next show, if you have time, could you make me a hot fudge sundae?
Anyway, Joe's Clam Bar was next to Pips, or is next to Pips. And I used to go in there. See, at the time, I don't remember, I didn't like clams. So I used to not go in there very much to eat. I used to go in there to find Seth or George or Marty, where they would hang out eating clams in Joe's Clam Bar. Nowadays, I love clams, and whenever I go back to Pips, I always go in the clam bar and get myself a plate full of clams.
Andy, quick, in Latka's voice, okay?
Yeah.
Andy, quickly, in Latka's voice, could you say who's George Schultz, my dad?
George Schultz? Who is George Schultz? I don't know who is George Schultz. I'm not George Schultz. Are you George Schultz? I don't know who is George Schultz.
Is that what you want?
Who is George Schultz?
All right. What else is
Last
it?
question, Andy.
Yeah.
What stands out as your favorite show?
Which one, on TV?
No, out of any performance you've given.
Oh, a few weeks ago I did one in San Diego, which was just tremendous. It was so wonderful. The whole audience was like being in one room in my house with this 1,000 people's of audience. And we ended up all bunny hopping outside and around the grounds of the college and then back again for an encore. It was wonderful. And then everyone came to my dressing room and we talked, you know. It was so beautiful. And you didn't have all these people out there saying, boo, say, get off the stage. Why do they come here if they don't like it? Well, they should give it a chance.
Was the audiences at Pips when you were first starting out?
Yeah.
Were they as bad as this?
Never, never.
Did they have the opera?
Yes, yes, but they were never bad like this. They were just always wonderful at Pips. They were never bad like this. This is the worst, one of the worst audiences I think I've ever, besides a benefit I once did at the Cedar-Sinai Hospital in Beverly Hills for all these doctors, where they literally booed me so hard. As soon as I came out there, I was blowing up a balloon and they booed me until it popped. And at the end, I read them The Great Gatsby in its entirety to get back at them. That's right. What else do you want to know?
Take a pause and just say, no, get out of here. I don't even want to see you. Okay.
Nah, I don't want to do
Can
that.
you do something? We want to.
You want me to do it?
Yeah,
You want me to be the bad guy?
We're running out of film.
Okay, look, get out of here. Get out, turn that camera off. Get out of here. Get out, come on, get out, come on. Get out of here. Get out, come on, turn it off. Get out, come on, get out. Woo! Come on, get out, woo! Come on, get out of here. Get out of here, stop bothering me. Get out of here. Get out of here.
All right, great. Thanks, Andy.
Okay,
Oh, he's
you're welcome. That's what you wanted?
Such a nice boy. Perfect.
Is that what you wanted?
Perfect.
Okay.
The
Show was good, Andy.
The stare was enough.
I'm sorry I missed the Elvis
Sorry
part.
for helping.